First time to be traveling via SQ to Australia. I'm currently in Manila and waiting for my flight. Currently in the lounge, spending time on a Saturday afternoon. And it's a business class. So I'm transiting via Singapore. So Manila, Singapore, Perth. And I'll arrive at a little over 5 past 5 in the morning. Perth is actually same time as Manila and also Singapore. So a different view of Naiya. So I'm currently at Terminal 3. Right down there, I think that's Philippine Airlines right now. Terminal 2. Yeah, you can see the planes. Well, not too much flight at the moment. Yep. Most of the planes are parked there. Terminal 1, Terminal 3. Perth. And SQ225, and I need to go to Terminal 3. So I need to take this 1 minute to train and also ride. My gate A1. Nice. Wow, it's a bit late, huh? Good. Thank you. We're on arrivals. Good to be in Australia now. Perth. It's pretty quiet. The toilet first. There. Taxi. There's a tower. So many of them. There. Taxi. There's a marathon event today, and they close the road right here. So I have to walk. Going to my hotel. So I have yet to find where it is. Finally, I found my hotel right here. Finally, I'm in my hotel room here at Parmelia Hilton. Yeah, so this is my room. I'm just so happy because though it's still early in the morning. I think it's about 6 o'clock by now, and I shouldn't be checking in until 3 p.m. But the receptionist was so kind, and he let me check in without additional charges. He could have charged me a day's room rate, which is almost 200 Australian dollars. But he just let me in since the room is already available. So I got a queen size bed, and let me turn that. Still very dark here in Perth. And that's my view, my window view. Right, really nothing there. I think the building on the other side is an office building. And it's my toilet. Alright, turn lights on. There. And get a bathtub. Though most of the time I never get to use it anyway. And one thing cool in Australia that I find in most of my travels is they always have a flat iron. And where is it? Of course, with ironing board in it, with it. They're not free though. Yeah, you have to pay for them. It's gonna be very expensive. Release. I have free tea and coffee and a nice bed. I've been traveling to Australia since 2014, and this is now my 4th year. Yeah, actually, it's my 5th year. The first time I was here was around July, I think, or June in 2014. And going to Australia, of course, you need to have a valid visa, either a business visa or work visa or a tourist visa. In my case, I get the business visa. And entering the country, one thing that you need to be very careful with is the things that you brought in. Australia being big in not just in mining but also in agriculture, so they're very particular with things that you brought in that may carry diseases, not just for human but also for animals, for livestock, and for fruits. So you're not allowed to bring any fresh fruits in the country, or any meat, fresh meat, or even meat products. And in case you bring them, you need to declare them. And I occasionally bring as gifts to my friends here the dried mangoes, and I get a tip from, I think, from New Zealand, or from one here anyway. You just have to declare them. So I've been bringing them ever since, and I just declare it on the paper, which I showed you a few minutes ago, earlier in this video. And when I get into the border, yeah, after the immigration, and they asked, like this morning, the person asked me, so what are you declaring? I said dried mangoes, and then we just tell, yeah, go straight. And some may inspect your bag and open it, but in this case, he didn't ask me to open, and that has been since the last 4 or 5 times that I've done that. So yeah, Australia is very easy to get in. I mean, in terms of they're not that they are strict, but you just have to comply. If you don't comply and you get caught, you can be fined several hundreds of dollars in penalty. Yeah. Now I think 6:03. Like, not too bad. My bedroom now. Nice. And it's got this massive window. Right there. Right here. Really nice. Oh, I think that's Brisbane there. City. Oh. This is nice. I like the design. Wow. Another view on the other side. Nice. Yeah, this is Brisbane, right here in Queensland. I believe these are some good ideas for kitchen and some other stuff in the house. macro view of it. Drawer here, some partition, and there. Gas rings. This is cool actually. This one, I like this. Yep. So you put the plates and some other stuff there. Nothing really special about this. Or this one. But this one is. Oh, yeah. There we go. It pulls out, and the mechanism is. It has a rail on top right there. And I don't think this is really very difficult to do. And here it has hinges. Yeah. And you have the sink and the dryer and the washing machine. Oops. Okay. Go. And here nothing. But this one is cool. It's like a center table. Kitchen. It's a great idea. And let's get inside here. This one is a good idea. There. Handle for the drawer. And so are the rest. So this is the rail. Yeah. Yeah, there's the rail there. I think that's pretty much it. And the other one is the balcony. Yeah, great view outside. And I think I can go through here. Yeah, right here. Open. Go. Ooh, so cold. Tables. There. And great view of the city. Instead of painting, they placed this cloth. Yeah, it's good. It's a picture printed on a cloth. Aircon there. Some plastic chair. Some TV screen, and that's it. Oh, there's one more here. I don't know what this is. More storage. Cool.